I think what he's trying to do is kill AUKUS because he thinks that we don't need to be arming an ally at the expense of our military capacity, which is kind of what AUKUS represented. If we deliver nuclear submarines to Australia, it would come at the expense of our ability to produce submarines for ourselves. And he wants to amass American power directly. What's happening right now, because like Bridge is doing, on behalf of the Pentagon, he's doing this review of AUKUS. And then at the same time, he is the main source of this pressure on the allies to like pre-commit to a Taiwan thing. I don't know that he expects to actually get ally commitments up front, but this is speculation on my part. I think what he's trying to do is kill AUKUS because he thinks that we don't need to be arming an ally at the expense of our military capacity, which is kind of what AUKUS represented. If we deliver nuclear submarines to Australia, it would come at the expense of our ability to produce submarines for ourselves. And he wants to amass American power directly, not in conjunction with our sub-imperialist powers and client states. But like AUKUS is politically controversial, it's contested, and there's a bunch of inertia in favor of AUKUS within Washington. So he wants to kill this thing that he hates for reasons, military industrial base, whatever. But that's like not the easiest thing to do. One way to make it easier is to alienate Australia just full stop, like entirely. And so putting this pre-commitment pressure on an ally that you know they're not going to sign up for. Like everything depends on context. The idea that you're going to like pre-commit without knowing the context in a situation where America's already running this like highly revisionist foreign policy that's like very aggressive on every front. Like, of course you're not going to sign up for that. But in not signing up for it, you're creating more friction. If the relationship is rupturing in a way, then it becomes natural to jettison AUKUS, to shut it down, to kill it, to come out with a review of policy that says this is not in the American national interest or whatever. That is kind of what I think is happening. And then like tariffs create with all the allies, I mean, especially with like Japan, it creates trade space where it's like, the Trump administration is trying to maximize whatever leverage it can get for like extracting from its allies, and allies weirdly get more coercive pressure than like non-allies, it seems like. I don't think that there's like some grand game in that necessarily, but like the pre-commitment stuff plus tariffs plus the AUKUS review, all of it is basically saying like, if you zoom out, we're looking for bloc politics. This is an imperialist foreign policy. Are you part of an American sphere of influence or not? The answer can be no, in which case, see ya. You know, because Trump is not interested in alliances really anyways. Steve Bannon is not interested in alliances. He said this in 2017. There are no allies, there are only protectorates, right? Which is, again, that's imperialist foreign policy. That's sphere of influence brain. If the sort of like MAGA foreign policy orientation is toward spheres of influence and protectorates, but not alliances, well, how do you sort of like further that along or socialize that further? And it's like, you have to keep putting choices on the allies one after another that makes them break away, which they're very reluctant to do, but they're starting to do. I mean, you're putting impossible choices on them, or they're just going to eat your shit and appease you and fall in line, in which case, yes, they are a protectorate at that point. The allies have not come to terms with that reality yet, but I think that's the hard choice that's being repeatedly put on them.